Residents are calling on government intervention as mentally deranged persons take over ABA. That's a very serious one. We've had calls also about this on this show. ABIA state government is promising to offset salary arrears owed workers in tranches before December. Another promise there. I think that story should have been again. So there is this apprehension in even in UMUAHIA, also here in ABA. The commercial capital is witnessing resurgence of mentally deranged persons, beggars as well as scavengers on the streets, and the residents are expressing worry over this development. They're noting that if this issue is not addressed, it could lead to security breach in the state. And these set of persons, they say, constitute nuisance around crowded places, especially where there is traffic congestions, and some of them are peaceful, others are aggressive, and they have been seen harassing unsuspecting passers-by and also attack drivers sometimes, especially those with exotic vehicles. There you have it.
Yes, and I every time I see mentally deranged person, I always take the other path, because I've been caught in their crossfire one time, so I don't even get close to them. And I think is a cause for concern, and this is not the first time we're having this kind of discussion. And truthfully, I don't think the government is actually doing anything about it, because people keep talking about it as something needs to be done, and at the end of the day we see an influx of them. My question is, how are they? Is it that the government in this town, or are we having them being brought into the town? These are questions we need to ask, because I don't understand. And probably there should be a place, for mentally deranged persons where they are being taken care of. That's what I think, that the government can also help in that aspect, because sometimes with everything happening in the country and things happening to people, I can't categorically say what would actually make someone to go insane or something like that. Lots of issues depression can actually push you into that. So since we don't know, but I think it's something that needs to be looked into. Where are they coming from? Are they coming? Is it that they lost their mind here in town, or somehow they are infiltrating? They are coming from outside ABA or outside ABIA State. I think that's something that the government needs to checkmate. And yes, if those things, if we don't look into it, a time would actually come when they can actually breach security in the state. That's the truth. And also, I think we should also find out, because there's also been issues of whether most of them are actually mentally insane, or something that they are just an act they are just putting up, or something like that. So that's why the government needs to look into it and intervene before things actually get out of hand, to the point where it becomes a problem. People are not scared of walking the streets in the daytime or at night. I don't want it to get to that point. Okay,
there is a place they are kept, so there is a ministry that is even meant to look at that. I think social welfare, and also the women affairs ministry. When you have influx of mentally deranged persons in a state, it is not good for the aesthetics of such state. And I understand. There was one story I was working on, although I didn't conclude it, more like a scoop. Mary, I took my time at Brass Junction one of the days. Some of these beggars in the evening, there is a particular car that they will jump into, and it will drive them out. I asked myself, exotic car,
you said it.
Fine car. Is it that these guys are working for somebody and they remit at the end of the day? And again, some of these supposedly mad people, there's a difference between the scavengers, the mentally deranged person, and the beggars. Some of these supposedly mad people roaming the streets of ABA are actually homeless. You see them sleep on the street. And it's a call on relevant authorities to look into this situation, to forestall the state from imminent insecurity. There is a ministry in charge. There is a commissioner in charge of that ministry. It is appalling to see not just mad people on the street, but people who are homeless. Some of them are not mad, but they are homeless. Some of them are illegal immigrants, not from this country, but they are roaming the street of ABA. You see them carrying children who ought to be in school for street begging. The parent will sit somewhere, the child will beg, collect the money, return it to the parent somewhere in one corner. It's an eyesore, it's nuisance. In as much as I know the government is trying to clear the street of illegal trading, harmonized illegal trading committee launched with a vehicle, it is also important to look into the cases of people who are begging on the streets, people who are homeless, because it exposes the state to insecurity. Another area we even need to look at are the scavengers. These are the people that are destroying some government installed properties, like the street lights. They do that in the night.
Yes.
One of the days we're coming to work in the morning, very early, Tata and I came across one damaging the slab used to cover some of these drainages, damaging it so as to extract the rod there. And that is why every time the government covers those manholes, it will stay there 1 week, 2 weeks, it has been destroyed again.
Yeah.
It has been damaged again, because these scavengers are there doing the damage. What about even the mentally deranged persons? They are also exposed to some bad boys and bad people on the street. I call them bad because they are exposed to rape. You'll be shocked that a man woman gets pregnant on the street, and you'll be asking, how did it happen? They're also exposed to ritualists and the likes. So it's a clarion call to the government that do something about this. It is becoming something else. Go to Bata, it is becoming something else. Go to Brass Junction, just take a walk from Bata Junction to Brass Junction. You will count not more than 7, 8.
I think you will buy us. They're all over.
They're
all over.
So it's a clarion call to the government to do something about this, and rid our street of mentally deranged persons and take them to where they will be taken care of.
Exactly.
Because they're meant to be cared for. They're also human beings, Anyways, let's move on now. The state government has promised to offset salary arrears owed workers in tranches. There was a state executive council meeting yesterday, and the good thing is that we're talking about workers' welfare this morning. But the news this morning is that the governor gave the accountant general a week to pay all outstanding salaries of ABIA State University. They've been staff members, they've been protesting. Now this time he said both verified and yet to be verified staff members. The Commissioner for Finance, Mike Akpara, also reviewed that the payment for other state higher owned institutions and of course parastatals will be paid for the next 12 months. It will be paid in tranches. That he did the analysis and said that it's up to almost 18 billion, that it will be paid 1.5 billion per month till the end of the month, when they will clear the arrears. This is another promise. Will the government fulfill this promise by December? Let's take.
Well, anyway, like you stated, this will not be the first time that we hear about paying this arrears in tranches, but I'm hoping that at the end of the day this time around, the government would actually live up to expectation, because like I would always say, and it's there for anybody to actually look for it and read up. It was one of the promises that the present administration made to workers, during their campaign in 2023. So I'm looking forward to see that happening, so that would actually be them holding on to their words and their promise coming to fulfillment. It's one thing to want to get into office and make promises that you're going to do this and do that. It's another thing to actually get into that office and then begin to actually live up to expectation and begin to make your promises to become a reality, so that people would actually hold you accountable, and not let it not look as if these were just mere words that you use in order to get yourself into office. You are not going to live up to expectation.
Okay. Well.
Ministry of Force and ABIA every by right now, so I'm going on with the Diana. Look at the one, look at the